Mabuhay Manila, this is Jacob, and today we are going to do a gaming review about the Tecno Pova Neo. The device was launched in 2021 last December. I think it's funny because it was only available to us last week, so we grabbed our chance and got one. Without further ado, let's go straight into it. The Tecno Pova Neo has a very straightforward design. We got ourselves the Geek Blue colorway. The device housing is pretty much made from plastic. As you can see, the texture at the back has a semi-aggressive finish and a regular fingerprint scanner. The pattern of lines looks great, which is in line with the camera module. Very ergonomic, not that flashy, and not that stylish, which makes it a great entry level for a smartphone. We might get impressed as we debunker this device. The display of Tecno Pova Neo has 6.8 inches of IPS HD panel. Running on MediaTek Helio G25 with a 12nm of process. It is also using the HiOS 7.6 based on Android 11, 4GB of memory with 64GB of storage. There is also a higher variant of this device which has 6GB with 128. Going back, the highlight of this phone is its battery with an amount of 6000 mAh of battery capacity paired with an 18 watts of fast charging. For the camera, the main dual camera has 13MP f1.8 and for the selfie, it has an 8MP front. The real deal breaker starts as we move on to gaming. First on our list is Mobile Legends. For the settings, we switch the refresh rate to high and the graphics on smooth. We have to extract all the juice to attain higher FPS. For our stress test, we played Brawl so that we can see if it can handle multiple visual effects between the two teams and a lot of clashes that can put this into test. The game was very stable. I'm having a great time playing the game with slight lags and stutters, but my FPS were ranging 39 to 58. In the heated moments, it would drop to 39 and goes back up on 50 FPS right away. The second is League of Legends Wild Rift. Here are our settings for the game. Frame rate set to 60, graphics quality on low, resolution and effects quality is also low. As the game commences, it is very promising as we have a constant FPS of 53 and the lowest we got was 47. The game is super stable and we never had any issues on stuttering or lagging. Moving on to FPS, we tried PUBG Mobile. The graphic settings are smooth and the frame rate is set to medium. Very few options on the settings but we'll work with whatever is available. PUBG Mobile only allows us to use 25 FPS, so let's begin. In the waiting lobby, as the game commences, there were a few lags. Then when we dropped from the plane, everything was even out, the graphics are smoothed out, there were no textures or details at all. But we managed to cap the FPS to 25, which is the highest PUBG can offer for this smartphone. We wonder if ultra or extreme frame rate is available. It might have had potential. So playing PUBG with the settings available, it can obviously play PUBG in a decent gameplay. Next up is Call of Duty Mobile. Settings on low and frame rate set to high. We played multiplayer and the game was pretty much playable. We had around 42 to 51 FPS all along. It was smooth, slight lags, but no stutters. In terms of graphics, there is only one choice, which is low, due to the fact that the display of the Tecno Pova Neo is only on HD, which means it can only project 720p of graphics. Moving to our next genre, AAA titles. Starting off with Kenshin Impact 3. Everything on the settings is set to low and turned off some extra effects and switch our FPS in combat and out of combat to 60. We were impressed. The Tecno Pova Neo can handle Kenshin Impact 3. It is decently playable and our FPS were playing around 30 to 49. Of course, there are some lags and stutters, but still, it can play a MiHoYo game which is very amazing. Last but not the least, Kenshin Impact. We all know how demanding this game is, and this is just an entry-level phone which obviously will not run smoothly. But we want to see how the Tecno Pova Neo handles this game. Here are our settings for the Genshin. Everything is low with a 60 FPS max frame rate. As we start the game, we knew that it wasn't feasible and we had around 5 to 16 FPS. which is unplayable and unbearable. Playing Genshin Impact on this device is a big no. But for the MOBA and FPS games, it was quite decent for a budget smartphone. The Tecno Pova Neo is a standard entry-level device that can handle selective games. We can say it fell short on AAA games since it can run Honkai Impact 3, and stability-wise, it was way above our expectation of this device. Looking at the bright side, it is retailed at 5,299 pesos only. We would like to commend Tecno for putting gaming chipsets onto their smartphones and even bringing their budget lineups one step higher than the other competitors. By putting it in a nutshell, the Tecno Pova Neo is an ideal and affordable phone for moderate gaming, business, binge watching, and online classes. How about you? What do you think about the device? Let us know in the comment section below, and thank you guys for watching, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Also, don't forget to visit manilashaker.com for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest device. Once again, this is Jacob, and mabuhay, Manila!